Hi everyone. Welcome to this week's Energy Insight. It is December 8th. I'm recording this on the first day of the week for the full moon of December. I had planned on recording this sooner, but energies weren't allowing me to actually do this until now. So I have lit a peace candle. Can you see it? Can you see that peace candle? Put a little bit of Christmas decorations in my office to lighten the mood. This week's Energy Insight, I was told to name it Leaving the Old and Choosing the New, because it's a choice. And that's exactly what happened over the last week. I will get into that, but before I do, Archangel Metatron would like to give us some intuitive or a message to help us during the week of December 8th to the 15th. He's saying make sure you tell them about the energies and how they help. Okay, so for those of you that do not know or have not been following me for very long, the energies for the full moon week come from the Earth Star chakra, which is about 6 to 12 inches below our feet. And what does that signify? It means that the loving energy from Earth is going to move up through every chakra, not just our Earth Star chakra, but it's going to move through every chakra from our Earth Star up through the root to the crown to help us heal and work through the nigglies that we haven't looked at the previous few weeks. Now, for some of you, that might be some big things, not just nigglies, especially if you've avoided in some way because it was really hard to work through that stuff. But I was also given the message to share through my Aligned app social media that a lot of times people think they need to unpack the big stuff that they're feeling, like really get down to like every little bit that needs to be figured out and relive everything. And I was told, no, you don't need to unpack it necessarily. Sometimes you just need to like just release the baggage. And then whatever messages that we are needing to know about, we will receive those messages once the emotional healing is complete. It's just easier to receive knowledge from a different perspective when our emotions aren't getting in the way. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. If it makes sense, drop a comment down below and give me a hell yeah. Okay, so if you have, as you go through the week, the beginning part of the week is going to be our lower chakras, our root, sacral, and solar plexus. So if you have the Light Mastery map downloaded from my website, it's completely free. You just sign up for any of the resources and you'll get an email telling you how to access the VIP portal. So you download the Light Mastery map and you'll be able to see where the ideas on when you're in power, when you're in shadow, when you're in powerlessness versus when you're in your divine power. And how to get back into that divine power. And a lot of times it's like what I call a truth rant. It's like if you find yourself, well, I believe that I am master of my time, I believe that I am master of my space, then say that. Especially if you have like found yourself spiraling because you don't think you have enough time, or you don't think you have the space to be able to do things the way you would like to do them. So at the beginning of part of the week, we are in our lower chakras, cleaning out what needs to be cleaned out for that. Then in the middle of the week, we are in our heart chakra. Look at the domains that are in right underneath in that area. So the domain for our heart chakra, you'll see that it's what we love, what we desire, what our worthiness, the values we hold, the things we place value on. That's listed. So anything that's related along your journey that hits those domains, that's where the link is. The end of the week, we are being in the upper chakras, which is our throat chakra, third eye, and crown. And what does that mean? Why is that important? It's important because our chakra system isn't anything to be scared about. It's not anything that it is literally our energy system that the divine has built within us naturally to help power us up, to help give us that empowered energy in order to step into our power and align ourselves with align our own energies with the divine energies that are naturally flowing through us. It is to help us embrace the loving energy that comes from within. It is to help us see the depth of our souls and how beautiful our souls are in amongst all of the journey that we are on. Okay, so Archangel Metatron, what do you have to give us for a message for December 8th to the 15th? Okay, so there's 4 cards that, the first one I pulled was this one here, and I love this card. This is deeply rooted, well, it's in our root chakra. It is very much a connecting with our roots, connecting with our, the root energy is safety, it's stability, it's strength. It is a knowing, it is a deep understanding, and it is where our ancient knowledge flows through. The energy, well, not necessarily from the red ray, but the red ray helps clear the way so that we can receive that ancient knowledge, because a lot of times we don't think we have the stability or the strength or our own personal power to, like, we're doubting ourself in that. The orange ray is our sacral energy. It is very creative. It is very healing. It is very it helps bring us into alignment when we are lacking boundaries in what we are willing to accept. willing to do. And these last two cards I pulled up was Answer the Call and Expansion in Your Life. So there's something big that's going to be happening that we are going to be asked to pick up the key that we have within us. And walk through a door that's waiting for us to walk through. And it's not meant for any sense of uncertainty. There's expansion behind it. There's expansion behind it. So it's using these two energies to help us do that, help us take action in a deep sense. Look at that, full moon. The moon card is a spiritual experience of some sort. So there will be another spiritual experience that we will all go through at some point this week. The Queen of Cups was another card. The Queen of Cups. And this is a new deck. A new deck that I picked up that I'm just getting to know. Emotions, shadow self, intuition. You've mastered your intuition and are now in creative flow. Trust every nudge that comes your way. So the moon is also a lot of shadows might be coming up. So make sure that if you're getting the nudge to heal those shadows, trust your emotions, face them head on, and move through the spiritual transformation process that you're being asked to go through. Yeah, that's powerful. I love that the water is flowing over her face. I don't know if you can see that. It's flowing down her face and filling the cup, and her cup is overflowing. And there's like energy around her too. A flow around her and over her, filling her up. Filling her up. Is there anything more? Okay, when you're trusting your intuition, just go for it. Don't doubt it. Go for it. Explore. What I'm being told is explore with curiosity, like a kid. It's like your kid. Something caught their attention, and they're going out to explore it, to see what's there. Explore it, no matter what you're receiving from your intuition as a nudge. Explore what that nudge might mean. That nudge might be a feeling that you get. It might be something that catches your eye. It might be a thought that comes through that feels like a fleeting thought. It could be a number of things, a number of ways the messages come through, but your intuition will catch it, and you then have the power to explore that, and see what it means for you. You might actually, I'm being reminded what the title of the video is, leaving the old and choosing the new. So these nudges might be very much out of your comfort zone. Maybe will include pathways you've never explored or never allowed yourself to explore. Okay, so this one's interesting. Be a peace ambassador, practice cosmic mastery. So practice cosmic mastery is following the nudges of your intuition. But I'm curious as to be a peace ambassador. I'm not necessarily getting that there may be people that are lashing out. But understanding that that's their ish, it's an ish them, not an ish me, right? Or not an ish you, it's an ish them. You get to choose to be a peace ambassador, but that also goes with our own journeys. So when we are going through something that's uncomfortable, we get to choose to be a peace ambassador. What does that mean? It means calming your inner storm, not by avoiding what you're going through, but facing it and releasing the emotions behind it so that you can see a new perspective, a different perspective than you have before. So I'm hearing don't feed the monkey. So what that means is that when we avoid what we are being shown, when we avoid something that's triggering, our brain, and we push it aside, we dismiss it, our brain automatically goes into a spiral. It wants you to see it again. And it will keep that way. It's like a toddler having a tantrum. It will just keep going and going and going until it's heard. So, don't feed the monkey. Just face it, acknowledge it, and go, okay, well, I am going to just release how I'm feeling right now so that I can see things from a clear mind, from fresh eyes, from a different perspective than I have in the past, so that I can learn something new that will help me move forward instead of repeating the same things over and over again. Okay, so let's go on to the messages. Thank you, Metatron. Okay, so the messages, the emotions, thoughts, and beliefs that design our heart-centered way of living. So in other words, our true emotions, our true thoughts and beliefs within our heart were brought forward into the light last week. This led each of us to revelations about our own journeys and a definitive moment where we were asked to choose the path forward. For some, they opened their hearts and allowed the emotional healing to calm the storm and bring forth a sense of balance and harmony within them once again. While others continued down the same path, as always, and may find their journey ahead needing karmic healing. Those that found their way forward gave themselves permission to feel their emotions and get curious about a different perspective. Those that have allowed this new perspective to help them move forward will find themselves leaving old beliefs behind and choosing a new beginning. Every soul is being honored in their journey. Even those that have chosen to hold fast and true to the beliefs that they thought were true and of love and light are being honored for their personal journey. Right. There are some that could not find it in themselves to look at their beliefs in a different light, even though their soul was trying to tell them to do that, even though Adonai was trying to help them through that. Their souls are being honored through it all. As we leave, so there's 3 messages now that will help us leave the old and choose the new. Okay? So take notes. You may want to share this for people that may need it as well. No matter what you are going through in these moments, please know that everyone globally is going through something. Everyone globally is being stretched and expanded in this time. It's not just you. You aren't alone in this. So number 1, as we leave the past behind and go into an abundant way of living, we must release old beliefs and choose new ways of living. We must face the fears of uncertainty, poverty mindset, and the thoughts focused upon lack, and choose to look at them with fresh eyes that help you know deep within your being that you are supported always. When you know and are able to see in different ways how you have been supported, the idea that there is this lack in your life, or this idea that there will be lack, or there's always going to be lack. It's the whole poverty mindset, or this fear of uncertainty. It diminishes. It peace replaces that. A loving peace replaces that. And so it's understanding and allowing yourself to see all the different ways, big or small, that you are supported. And it could be from anything from you not feeling like you have people in your life, but yet you find yourself going on a walk and you see animals coming out to greet you in some way. A bird, a squirrel, a deer, a cat, worms, ants, nature, rustle in the leaves. The sun coming out from the clouds to shine on you. Even nature is with you. Number 2, balance will intuitively be found when you face the thoughts of uncertainty and choose to leave them behind. Recognize the value you bring to your community via your gifts and talents. Everyone is unique in what they have to offer. Your life experience so far, the gifts that you've received so far, your natural talents that you were born with, that maybe you didn't realize you had explicitly. But it's your own unique spin on how you see things, how you experience things, how you help others. Because let me tell you, if you are here on earth, you are helping others. You are here because you desire to help others. So leave the thoughts of uncertainty behind and recognize the value that you bring to your community with your gifts and talents. Number 3, when you feel blocked or find yourself in resistance, the path will be lit up waiting for you to choose it. Have the courage and determination to gather your resources and reflect upon this new path being shown to you. You know, lots of times we think we need to barrel through, like push our way through, to push the barriers aside. We don't. A lot of times the barriers are placed there. Sometimes they're placed there by our own mindset. And in those cases, when we choose to let them go, the path is cleared. Sometimes the barriers are there because we're not meant to go that direction anymore. We're meant to see something new, to try and expand ourselves and to explore and create in a new, fresh way. And in those cases, if we allow ourselves to see things from a different perspective, to get curious about what is possible for us, the pathway will be it's like lit up. There's like flashing neon signs. We just need to choose to allow ourselves to go that direction. And to get curious enough to see how we can create with it in some new way. whatever comes your way this week, I want you to remember those three messages for you. Please do like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm wishing you all the love and light. Take care, everyone. Love you loads.